and welcome to Mountain Bike Britain.
We're really excited because we're in Ludlow.
Hey, everybody!
Deepest Shropshire.
For the climactic final
Of the RAV4 mountain bike.
Slow down.
Don't wait for it.
Okay, hang on a minute.
Series. RAV4 mountain bike series. Kind of thing. Wow, look all around us. Superb mountain bike terrain.
Ludlow, beautiful Ludlow, famed for its historical architecture and its hysterical mountain bikers, all gathered here this weekend for the final event in the RAV4 mountain bike series. Well, you might think it's funny, but let's face it, where else but Ludlow are you going to find bucking broncos, crazy cowgirls, mad dogs and one-legged mountain bikes? In the women's competition, we are setting ourselves up for the best race of the day.
Remember recently it was Tracy Mosley who stole the national champions jersey away from Karen van Meerbeek. To add insult to injury, she also holds the coveted yellow jersey for the lead in the series.
I think we can get away with actually not winning, but it's whoever beats each other really who's going to take the series.
So Karen is going to be out for blood and major revenge here today.
Currently joint first with Tracy. I want to win though.
But waiting in the wings is Rowley's Emma Guy, Rog.
Yeah, Rory, Emma's placed in third position at the moment, and that means that she could be setting herself up for winning the series if something major bad happens to Tracy or Karen.
Last one, might as well go out with a bang.
So going into this crucial last race, we can see from the leaderboard nothing in it at all. Will it be Tracy Mosley or Karen van Meerbeek who win the series?
You just have to wait and see.
Well, it may be all hugs and kisses now, but will it be the same later? Let's hear what Karen van Meerbeek's got to say on the subject.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shut up. Background in mountain biking. Horses mainly.
Hey!
That's all I've ever done. Ridden horses since I was about 4. I started off doing cross country and downhill and trials and just had a go at everything. But just like the speed aspect of the downhilling. Feels good. I've been at the top from when I first started. Like, I have a lot of pressure for me because everyone's just waiting for me to go down, really. I mean, I get nervous about other people riding, and really when I think of it, I suppose they're more nervous about me, probably.
You put a curse on me, you did.
I'll never ask you again, I promise you.
Sort of like mind games, isn't it? If you make your mind think you're going to do well, you do.
From Karen van Meerbeek, she's easily going to move into the lead.
I do a lot of training at home, trying to do as much as I can to give myself the best chances of winning. Because it's easy to get carried away. I used to just be quiet and sit in the background and say nothing. But in this sport, you just get trampled on. So you have to start standing up for yourself.
And it's going to slip to third as Karen van Meerbeek takes first position in the end. So a real upset on the books today.
I'm a very bad loser. I am a little bit disappointed, yeah. I always have been. At the end of the day, you can't always win. You're never pleased unless you win.
Roger, it's a ripping course. There's some major danger points up there and every rider's going to have a big challenge ahead of them.
Well, in that case, we better have a look at our map.
Here we are. Oh, Roger, it's our last map of the series. Never
Shame.
mind. Here we are at the start. Nice wide open start, as important as ever to get a really fast one. Good flat start, but then immediately into a major danger point.
Yes, indeed. As soon as we hit the trees, we're going spacewalking because we're going through Blind Man's Alley and a monster drop-off.
Well, the riders are absolutely flying off the start of the course at the maximum elevation point, the trigonometry point at the top of the mountain.
Whoa!
Flying indeed. Let's see that again.
The eagle has landed. Couple of big roots to watch out for there, and at the bottom, they've got a really big compression that could kick them out in the wrong direction.
So the riders are looking out for Mr. Stumpy.
And the evil Dr. Compression.
Okay, well, you get past those couple of dudes and you're into some really nice single track. But there's a lot of trees on it this week, Roger, and their bark is as big as their bite as we head towards
The Lazy S, which for my money could be the crux of the course. What do you think, Rory?
Yeah, we call it the Lazy S, Roger, because if the riders are getting a bit fatigued and tired by this stage, they can take the obvious line. But if you're feeling adventurous, there is a little sneaky line higher up that sets you up really well for these final berms.
We're straight out of the Lazy S, and you're beginning your big push to the line, into the main arena, and major whiteout.
Well, this is normally when you're virtually home and dry, Roger, but not this week because the midnight moles have been out and active.
Well, the riders are out of the woods, but it ain't over yet because they got some evil jumps to contend with.
And first of all, it's a big set of triples that launch them 10 metres.
Yeah, but you've got to be careful how you land because our little mole friends have been very busy sculpting those lovely berms and that nice set of doubles before the finish line.
Well, that's kicked up enough dust for one run. Let's go racing with the professionals.
The rules of downhilling are very simple. You get to practice the course the day before.
Roger, they all know that by now. And if you don't, where on earth have you been?
Well, basically, Rory, it's the fastest person downhill wins the race. And if you can't be fast, stack big time because then you get yourself on the telly.
Yeah, nice one. Well, if you can't beat the course, you might as well take it home with you like Toots Fitch here from Team TDR.
Well, this berm-filled, dusty, hairy mother of a course is giving the girls a real chance to strut their stuff. Check out Adele Croxton, she rails that berm.
The person who's been burning it up this morning is young superstar Helen Gaskill. Now, she's been ripping on this run. Look at her go over the triples as she sets the fastest time so far, 3.5 seconds into the lead of the pack with this run, which scored 1:52.70.
Now here comes Emma Guy. She's a world-class rider. In fact, she's going to be representing Britain at the World Championships very soon. So it was no surprise when she took the lead from Helen Gaskill. She smokes across the line with a time of 1:52.32 to relieve Helen from the hot seat. But she's got to wait a little bit because there's two more guns to come down the hill.
And big gun number one is Karen van Meerbeek. Now, there's only 1 point in it between her and Tracy Mosley, and Karen's goal today is to get back that leader's jersey in this series. Here she is looking like she's having a good run at the moment as she heads towards the Lazy S. Through she goes into the field. It's looking promising at the moment.
Yeah.
The moment of truth is coming up, Roger.
Nicely.
Any second now, we'll be seeing the clock.
Hammering through that berm, Rory.
Over the triple she goes. Is it going to be enough today to beat the rest? Cross the line, she scores 1:47.88. It's an incredible run. Well in the lead by 2.5 seconds. Only one more rider to come.
Yes, Rory, Karen's time is going to be a very hard one to beat, and this is the only woman left to do it, Tracy Mosley. If she does it, she wins the series. If she doesn't, the crown is Karen's. It's as simple as that.
And she's looking good through the Lazy S, Rog.
She certainly is as she comes down and breaks out into the arena. The jumping section nicely over the doubles. Sets it up for the big berm.
Triples now, over she goes. Is she going to make it clean? Yes, she does.
Beautifully over the triple jumps now. She comes powering to the line. Look at the clock.
Yes!
1:47.28. She's done the double.
Just 0.6 of a second in the lead.
Brilliant.
Way to go. Tracy clearly psyched to her win today.
And Karen getting one final touch of the sacred cloth of the yellow jersey.
As Tracy exits off to the podium. Third position today, Emma Guy.
A bit disappointing. It's been a long day, so yeah, I was hoping for better than that.
In second today, Karen van Meerbeek.
No, a bit disappointing.
But our winner today here at Ludlow, Tracy Mosley from Volvo Cannondale.
It proved that I said earlier it's going to be a tight race, and down to 0.6 per second, it's brilliant racing, and I'm so pleased I came out on top. It's tight, I feel, for Karen, because it was such a tight race, and it's going to be down to the last race, but came out on top of the day.
And that means that in the series, it's Emma Guy getting third place, Karen van Meerbeek, the runner-up, in second. But the winner of the 1998 Rat4 Mountain Bike Series, doesn't she look happy? Tracy Mosley.
Happy, yeah. I never expected to do double in the first year in senior. The standard of British racing for girls has really raised up this year, so I'm really pleased.
All right, yeah! Woo!
Well, just as in the downhill competition, we're also reaching the climax of the cross-country racing on a bitching course here at Ludlow, and a very tight battle for the lead.
Yeah, it's very, very close between three of us, myself, Carl Sturgeon and Paul Lazenby. Where we finished today, I think, could decide the overall. So I'm the one with the jersey today. Let's hope I've got it on later.
Well, you may have the jersey, but I've got the haircut.
Says Paul Lazenby.
Union Jack. I told my mum it'll wash out.
Well, he might be barking and others are laughing because they're aiming for the start of the men's cross-country race. Here they go, Rog.
Yeah, this is going to be a ripper. Paul Lazenby trying to psych out Barry Clark with that hair because there's just 1 point in it in the series.
And there goes Lazar off to a fast start on the far side as they head into some really wicked single track on this Ludlow course.
Yeah, and as the wagon train goes storming through, it's Lazenby, Sturgeon, Clark and Nick Craig bringing up the rear.
Oh, hang on a minute though, Rog. This looks like problems for Barry.
Oh dear. Up the front though, they're not worrying about that. Nick Craig grabbing another bottle because it's hot work out there. Paul Lazenby on his heels, but what happened to Barry Clark?
Yeah, I've come off and twisted my front wheel. It doesn't go through the brakes anymore. Unfortunately, I told you this jersey was cursed.
But the man with the thirst was definitely uncursed today. Nick Craig winning here at Ludlow. A great ride by our top international star. That means, Roger, that the yellow jersey is gone.
To the one and only Mr. Paul Lazenby. Take your hat off, please, as he comes across the line to win the series.
I know I can do it now, I've proved that. So next year I'll be giving it a farewell bash again.
Well, the whistle goes for the start of the women's elite race in this series decider. In the centre of our picture there, the yellow jersey of Tracy Brunger.
Well, Tracy's got this series in the bag, providing she doesn't have any of those nasty Barry Clark moments.
Yeah, and doing all the chasing early on was Jenny Cocknell, but she was to hit the wall later on and slip right back in the field.
Yeah, she blew up big time, allowing this woman, Sue Thomas, to sneak through into second place.
But here comes Tracy Ann Brunger across the line. She's going to do the big one, the double championship win this year.
Yeah, Tracy, what a star. She rocks.
It's really good. It's getting better and better actually. As this series has gone on, I won the last race, and then winning the national. It's been a brilliant season.
We're going to take a break now, but coming up in part 2,
we meet the Gila monster, Steve Giles.
And of course, all the action from the final round of the RAV4 Downhill Series.
Remember this, and that? Feel nostalgic? You do? Oh dear, it's time to make the cocoa. I said it's time to make the cocoa. Because we'll be honest, this will not interest you. We know what your cup of tea is. It's a cup of tea. And allotments, driving gloves, and his and hers matching coats, and rambling. Things confuse you. Music, technology, we'd like to explain. Honest, but what we're selling today is this, the Toyota RAV4, a four-wheel drive that handles like a GTI. Look at the press reviews. That's enough. You're never going to drive a RAV4, and if you are, you shouldn't be. Remember when you saw your parents dancing? Embarrassing. The RAV4 is a 2-litre 0 to 60 in 9.9 seconds off-roader. What are you going to do off-road? Go surfing? Forget it. That shouldn't be too difficult. Making you angry? Don't watch. Switch channels. Our intention is not to antagonize, annoy, upset. Okay, we lied, it is. We just want you to accept the RAV4 is not for you. You may now return to tearful reminiscing about the wireless, P-Supers, Pearl Car and Teddy Johnson. Thank you. The RAV4. The car in front of the car with a knitted steering wheel is a Toyota.
Okay, Rog, well, I am absolutely shaking with excitement. Here we are, the big final, so who's up for it?
Well, the shock news from the paddock is that the man who's been dominating this series so far, Steve Peat, he is not here. He is in Japan on World Cup duties.
Right.
Now, he may well have accumulated enough points to guarantee him the win in the series, but it's not certain. So you can see Steve Peat's lead just 21 points, so he's going to be sweating into his sucky with worry about the outcome of this race. And there's two riders who could upset the apple cart for him, Tim Ponting and Nigel Page.
There's a lot of pressure on the last round. I think I'm going to get top 3 or beat Nigel Page, one or the other.
It's so close, it could be anyone, so just got to keep your fingers crossed that get a good, clean, fast run.
Well, I've worked out actually that Tim Ponting, if he comes 1, 2 or 3 today, he will actually win the series overall.
You need to be on a good diet just to compete at the top level.
Nigel Page has been riding so well all season. If he wins today, he'll actually get 2nd overall in the series.
So, hello, if you're watching.
But there's a whole load of other riders bubbling under, and if it all doesn't go well for Tim and Nige, we could be seeing another face getting onto the podium for the series. And I can't wait to find out. We're going downhill racing that is, and the course can only be described as on the edge, as shown here best of all by my pick of the day, James Alloway.
Yeah, James gets a great start, but as he's into Blind Man's Alley, he's right over the edge on this one, Roger, and with a run like that, he's going to lose a lot of time. Here he is coming up towards the triple jump, and James is going to cross the line with a time of 1:39.20. Good enough for 7th, but he ain't happy with that.
Well, James might have survived that, but Peter Crump hit the stump and went under the knife of the evil Dr. Compression.
And tanking Tommy Edwards got a bit cross-eyed on this one. He can decide which way to go.
Kiss the mattress. I think it was more like tanked up Tommy Edwards today, Rory. The surprise run of the day was by this man, Mr. Johnny Matthews. Johnny's been bubbling under all season, and he comes in with a storming time of 1:38.50.
Just a stunning run from this youngster, and a lot of better-known riders just couldn't beat Johnny Boy's time.
Yeah, riders like this man, Ed the Shred Mosley, he ripped, but it wasn't enough.
But one man who could was the Mac Daddy of Speed, Stefan Gleed.
Yeah, Steph's had a few top results results this year. He was second on the podium at Netmore, and here he is again looking for a top run.
And Roger, he is looking beautiful through the single track section. This is excellent riding from Stefan Gleed.
Nicely through the Lazy S, breaking out into the main arena. Let's watch the clock through the big berm. Sets it up for the triples.
Keeping it really low over the triples there. Rogers is good.
Check the time. It's very important. This is going to be a very close run from Stefan Gleed. Right to the line. 1:38.48.
A mere 200ths of a second in the lead.
Stonking.
Well, there you have it, folks. The men's half-time leaderboard. Gleed and Matthews separated by just a whisker.
That's right, Rory, but let's meet our next rider who's cleared for takeoff.
Straight from school, I did some surveying. I did a bit of bakery and all the normal jobs that I get sacked from. It was quite interesting, but I was sort of a bit stuck in a rut, and that's when the mountain biking thing sort of come along, really. BMX racing for about 6 years. I won the Worlds in '88, the World Round Champs. Tried to find other things I could do, and that's when I sort of got into mountain biking, really. That's all my life, really, at the moment. I mean, from BMX straight to mountain biking. I only turned pro a couple of years ago now, so I'm sort of relatively new, really. Last year was good. I finished third in Elite. There's a few more seniors come out into Pro Elite this year, so it's harder, so I am real pleased, yeah. Looking for a good one this year, yeah. Started training pretty good, so let's hope for some more during the rest of the year.
Let's get straight back up to the top of the course for our last 5 riders down the hill.
First of the famous 5, Steve Gill.
Yeah, Geely sliced himself a nice piece of cheese down up cheddar to get on the podium. Let's see if he can do the same again today.
Fast off the blocks as we expect. Steve Gill's a real technician, so he's going to be good through the trees today, Roger.
Yeah, he's going to rip down Blind Man's Alley. I've no doubt about it. Look how smooth he is down there. Beautiful stuff.
Wide-eyed and open. He's flying on this one, and he's not hanging around in the Lazy S either, is he? Look at this.
He's no slouch at all. He's going to break out into the main arena very soon, and we'll get a look at the time. Here he comes down to the big doubles.
Steve Gill flying the doubles, keeping it very low indeed. Nicely round the berm and over the triples. Oh, low again. That's saving him loads of time.
I'm sure it's going to disappoint a few people that he's not getting major airtime, but he is keeping low to the ground because he's really racing. But let's watch the clock as he comes in. Oh, it's going to be not a good time today from Steve Gill. He's going to be outside the top 5.
1:41.74, only good enough for 9th. I guess he just didn't have the legs today. A man whose legs are fast becoming hot property is this man, Richard Warner.
Richard scored a 2nd place up at Innerleith, and he's the man that everybody wants on their parcel shelf because he is the nodding dog of mountain biking.
Yeah, that body language really distinctive towards Richard as he comes into the Blind Man's Alley. Smooth through there, Roger.
Yeah, looking very nice through Blind Man's Alley into the Lazy S, taking that upper line, which is going to save him a lot of time. He's going to break out now into the main arena, and watch how he takes the jumps. First of all, up for the doubles.
Here comes Richard Warner, keeps the front wheel a little bit high on that, but he's nicely round the berm, isn't he? And he's going to get low on this one, yeah. Pedals over it. Time looking good for Richard Warner.
We are going to keep such a close look on the clock because it's going to be very good time.
Yes, 1:37.23. He knows it's a good one. Look at that.
Brilliant. Over 1.25 seconds faster than Stefan Glee's time.
There it is confirmed. Rocket Rich Warner surely setting himself up for a podium today.
Well, not if Mad Matt Farmer's got anything to do with it. Matt is going to be looking at sowing the seeds of victory and reaping the rewards as he comes down this hill today.
Well, Matt's got a little secret weapon as well, Roger, because he's riding on semi-slick tyres today. I don't know how he's going to get on in Blind Man's Alley.
That's why they call him Mad Matt Farmer. It's all or nothing. He's looking very smooth down through that section.
Oh, not bad at all. Well, Matt was saying as soon as he lets the brakes off with those tyres, they've got no knobbles in the centre, by the way. The bike just flies.
And he's got clearance, Clarence, and he's ready for takeoff because he's coming to the doubles nicely over there. He's really cooking this course, Roy.
Yes, high on that berm now for the triple jump. All flies over that one nicely too. This is looking good for Matt Farmer. The time, Roger, is excellent.
Yeah, watch the clock. He's going to do it. Could he do this one? Matt Farmer could possibly do it.
1:37.65. He thinks he's got it, but it's not quite to be. Just 0.42 of a second outside the leader's time.
2nd place for Matt Farmer. So close.
And now our penultimate rider, our old favourite Nigel Page, who's got it all to do today. The man from Club Rooster's got to go like a turbo boost today because remember, Roger, if he wins this one, he's going to move on up into 2nd place overall in the series.
Yeah, he got a very powerful start out the line and nicely through Blind Man's Alley. Very important that you get a good start on that section. It can freak you out if you don't get it right.
Excellent stuff through the trees as well. He's riding this one really smoothly. It's looking good at the moment as he breaks out into the arena.
Yeah, I always thought this course would suit him, and it really is. Look, he's using his BMX skills to full effect on the doubles through the berm.
He's an excellent technician on things like that triple. No problem at all. Look at the clock. It's getting very close indeed, remember?
1:37.23 the time to beat as he heads to the line, pushing really hard all the way.
Nigel Page, he's not going to do it. He slipped out with 1:38.87.
That's 1.64 seconds off the pace. He's not happy with that, but if he's done his sums, he should still know that the series podium is still within reach.
But the man who's going to be reaching out to grab #1 podium position today and in the series is Tim Ponting. Remember, folks, it's very simple. All he's got to do is finish in the top 3, and he's going to grab the overall leader's jersey from Steve Peat.
It should be a walk in the park for Tim Ponting, and he gets a good start looking at coming down to Blind Man's Alley. He's looking really fast through there, really smooth as well, Rory.
Very fast indeed. Tim's a superb performer, and we always look forward to seeing him put a good time in.
Yeah, but wait a minute, Rory. Look, there's an empty track. He's not there. Tim Ponting is not coming down this hill. Something bad has happened to Tim Ponting.
Tim Ponting nowhere to be sight. Richard Warner wetting himself at the finish line.
It's all over. Finished.
Yeah, Ponting's blown it big time. I can't believe it, Roger. He's not even going to make it to the finish.
So what an excellent result then for young Richard Warner, getting the sweet taste of his first national victory, and superb riding also from Matt Farmer and Stefan Gleed. Well, but look at these guys.
Celebrations for Richard Warner. Yahoo! Rich Warner gets the big one at the end of the season.
Well done to you, Rich. And the update on Tim Ponting, well, I gather he's okay, but he's going to have the VIP treatment, gets to ride down the hill in the 4x4 ambulance.
Third today, Stefan Gleed.
I've upset a lot of other people.
In second place, Matt Farmer.
Really happy, man. I come across the line like a Rory, shouted in the air, you got it, and then he said, oh no, sorry, second. It's like, you're so close.
And today's winner, Rocket Rich Warner.
That's really good, yeah, first national win. Yeah, well pleased. Had a good ride. Kept my composure and it was ace.
So what an exciting result in the series, Rory. Steve Peat, what a lucky man, dodges the bullet today to take the win, and it's Nigel Page in second and Matt Farmer in third place. And the GT doppelganger shakes the champagne for the absent Steve Peat.
Well, what a fantastic end to a brilliant series. What do you reckon, Rog?
Well, Rory, the highlights have got to be, first of all, that titanic battle between Tracy Mosley and Karen Van Meerbeek going right to the line. And even in our fun little dual descender, you can see that these two girls are inseparable. Awesome stuff. The underdog of the year was young Nigel Page, coming from in the middle of the pack at the beginning of the season to be on the brink of superstardom with his riding this year.
Yeah, made up. Second on the first year in the elite, so it's pretty good.
And unmistakably brilliant. What a ride from Steve Peat all season. Not even here at the final round at Ludlow, but still good enough to take the series, eh?
Plenty of beer flowing, it's been cool.
Yeah, we'll join you there, Steve. And you're buying, Rory.
Yeah, but what we really love are the crashes. Not hear the crashes, but are the crashes. Well, that wraps it up for the 1998 RAV4 series.
But we'll see you again next year.
Be there!